You carry weight you never named, not in bags under your eyes or tension in your jaw, though those are there too. This weight lives deeper. It sits in the way you hesitate before speaking, in the apology that comes too quickly, in the dream that visits less and less until one day you realize you stopped dreaming it years ago. You think it's normal. You think everyone walks this way, shoulders slightly forward, breath slightly shallow, smile slightly practiced, and maybe they do. But today something breaks open. Not violently, not with drama, just a quiet recognition, like finding a stone in your pocket you don't remember picking up. Except this stone has been there so long your spine curved around it. Your whole architecture adapted, and you called that adaptation life. This is about the pain you didn't know you were carrying until the moment you let it go. The weight that became invisible because you wore it every single day. The suffering that disguised itself as personality. The wound that learned to introduce itself as your name. Buddhism has a word for this, dukkha, often translated as suffering, but that translation is too small, too dramatic. Dukkha is subtler. It's the background hum, the quiet ache, the dissatisfaction that doesn't scream but never quite goes silent. It's the feeling that something is slightly off, slightly not enough, slightly wrong, even when everything looks right from the outside. Especially then. There's a story. A woman goes to the Buddha carrying her dead child. Her grief is a house on fire. She begs for medicine to bring him back. The Buddha doesn't refuse. He doesn't lecture. He gives her a task. Bring me a mustard seed from a household that has never known death. She goes door to door through the entire city. Every house offers her seeds. Every house has a story. A father gone, a sister, a grandmother, a neighbor. By nightfall, she understands. The seed she was looking for doesn't exist. Not because death is cruel, because death is common, universal, the thread that stitches every human story. She returns to the Buddha not with a seed, but with something else, a different kind of medicine. The knowledge that her pain, vast as it is not hers alone. That grief is the tax we pay for love. And love is what makes us human. You carry versions of that woman's grief. Not always about death. Sometimes about disappointment. The career that never launched. The relationship that never healed. The person you thought you'd become by now. Sometimes it's about betrayal. The friend who walked away, the parent who couldn't see you, the lover who chose someone else. Sometimes it's about shame, the mistake you can't undo, the word you can't take back, the part of yourself you learned to hide so early you forgot it was ever visible. And here's what makes it invisible. You stopped calling it pain. You called it realism, responsibility, maturity, caution. You said, this is just how life is. This is just who I am. This is just what happens when you grow up. But the body kept the invoice. In the tightness of your chest, when someone raises their voice. In the way you flinch before you're touched. In the sleep that comes late and leaves early. In the hunger that food never quite satisfies. In the exhaustion that rest never quite cures. The body doesn't lie. It doesn't do metaphor. When the mind says, I'm fine, the body says, let me show you the truth. And the truth is, you've been carrying a museum of unprocessed moments, a gallery of scenes you never fully digested, the argument that ended but never resolved, the goodbye that came without warning, the praise you didn't believe, the apology you never received, the scream you swallowed, the tear you postponed, the joy you felt guilty for feeling, each one a small stone, each one manageable. But over years, over decades, the collection becomes architecture. It becomes the way you stand, the way you breathe, the way you love or don't. Buddhism offers a map, not to erase pain. Erasing isn't possible, not to deny it. Denial is just pain in disguise. But to see it clearly, to meet it without adding a second layer, to stop arguing with what already happened. The first arrow is inevitable. Life shoots it. Illness, loss, rejection, failure, aging. The first arrow lands and it hurts. No philosophy prevents it. No practice numbs it. But the second arrow, that one you shoot yourself, this shouldn't have happened to me. If I were better, this wouldn't hurt. Everyone else is fine. I'm broken. That second arrow is the one that keeps you bleeding. And here's the mercy hidden in that teaching. You can drop the bow. You can stop aiming at yourself. The first arrow already hit. Adding more doesn't make you stronger. It makes you a volunteer in your own suffering. So how do you let go of pain you didn't know you were carrying? First, you notice. And noticing is not the same as thinking about. Thinking about pain is standing outside the house describing the fire. Noticing is walking into the room and feeling the heat on your skin. It requires slowness. 3 breaths slower than you want to move. It requires honesty. Not the polite kind, the kind that makes you uncomfortable. It requires a question asked gently but without escape. Where in my body does this live? Not what does it mean? Not whose fault is it? Not how do I fix it? Just where? The throat, the gut, the shoulders, the jaw, the chest, the back of the knees. Pain is specific. Vague pain is just pain you're not ready to meet yet. So you meet it. You place your attention there like a hand on a shoulder, not to push it away, not to demand it leave, just to say, I see you. I've been ignoring you. I'm here now. And something strange happens. The pain doesn't always get worse. Sometimes it does. Sometimes the noticing opens a door and grief floods in. Let it. Tears are not failure. Tears are completion. They're the body finishing something the mind tried to skip. But other times, just the act of turning toward the pain, of giving it permission to be seen, loosens its grip. Because so much of pain's power is in the hiding, in the pretending, in the performance of fine. When you stop pretending, the pain doesn't need to shout anymore. It was only shouting because you weren't listening. Now you are, and it can finally whisper, or even go silent. There's another practice, writing the inventory. Not a journal, not poetry, an inventory. 1 page, 10 things I've been carrying. No explanations, no justifications, just the naming, the rejection from 20 years ago, the thing my father said, the way I treated that person, the accident, the diagnosis, the loss, the thing I saw, the thing I did, the thing I didn't do, the shame about my body, the fear I'm not enough. Write it plainly, like a grocery list. Because that's what it is, a list of weights. And here's the alchemy. The act of writing externalizes. What was inside, invisible, tangled in your thoughts, is now outside, on paper, visible, separate from you. You are not the list. You are the one who made the list. That space between you and the page is the first inch of freedom. Some traditions call this confession. Some call it unburdening. Buddhism calls it clear seeing. You can't release what you won't acknowledge. You can't heal what you won't name. And naming is not wallowing. Naming is precision. A surgeon can't operate in the dark. You can't let go in the fog. So you turn on the light. You name the weights. And then you ask the hardest question. What would happen if I put this down? Not philosophically, practically. What would I lose? Because there's always something. We don't carry pain for no reason. Pain serves. It protects. It explains. It excuses. It connects. It identifies. If I put down my anger, who am I? If I release my grief, do I lose my loyalty to the dead? If I forgive, does that mean what happened was okay? If I stop punishing myself, does that mean I'm not accountable? These questions are sacred. They deserve answers, not fast answers, true answers. And the true answer is this: letting go of pain doesn't erase the past. It doesn't absolve harm. It doesn't say it was fine. It says, I've carried this long enough. I've honored it. I've learned from it. And now I choose to walk lighter. Not because the pain wasn't real, because it was, because it mattered, and because I matter. And continuing to bleed from an old wound doesn't make the wound more real. It just makes me weaker. And I need my strength for what's ahead. In the city, this looks ordinary. It looks like someone on the subway closing their eyes for 3 breaths instead of scrolling. It looks like someone saying out loud in an empty room, I forgive you, even though no one hears it. It looks like someone writing a letter they never send, or burning a list, or sitting with their back against a wall and crying for 10 minutes without apologizing to anyone, including themselves. It looks unremarkable, but it's not. It's revolution, quiet revolution, the kind that doesn't need an audience, the kind that changes the architecture of a life from the inside. Here's what you'll notice when you start letting go. Space, literal space in your chest. Your breath goes deeper, not because you're trying, because there's room. You'll notice time. Minutes feel longer, not because they are, because you're not spending them negotiating with the past. You'll notice people. You see them more clearly, not because they changed, because you stopped projecting your pain onto them. You'll notice yourself. Your voice sounds different. Your posture shifts. Your sleep improves. Not dramatically, not all at once, but enough. Enough to remember what it felt like before the weight. Or if the weight was always there, enough to discover what it feels like without it. And that feeling has a name. Lightness. Not happiness. Lightness. The ability to move without dragging. To respond without rehearsing. To love without calculating. To rest without guilt. To be here without wishing you were someone else somewhere else. Buddhism teaches impermanence. Everything changes. Everything. Your pain included. It will not last forever. Not because you're weak, because nothing lasts forever. The question is not whether the pain will leave. The question is whether you'll walk with it as a companion or as a captor. Whether you'll let it teach you or just exhaust you. Whether you'll honor it and then release it, or whether you'll build your entire identity around it until you can't remember who you were before it arrived. Some pain stays, chronic illness, permanent loss, scars that don't fade. Buddhism doesn't promise erasure, it promises relationship, a different way of being with what cannot be changed. Not bitterness, not resignation, but spaciousness, the ability to hold pain without becoming pain. To carry grief without grief, becoming you. To live with limitations without limitations, defining you. There's a practice for this. Tonglen, Tibetan. It means sending and receiving. You breathe in suffering, your own or another's. You don't analyze it. You don't solve it. You just breathe it in. And then you breathe out relief, spaciousness, ease, not as a trick, as training. You train the heart to stop flinching, to stop armoring, to stay open even when it hurts. Because armoring doesn't protect you. It imprisons you. And the walls you build to keep pain out also keep love out. Keep life out. Keep you out. Tonglen reverses the instinct. Instead of pushing pain away, you let it in, fully, briefly, and discover it doesn't destroy you. It moves through. Like weather, and on the exhale, you offer what you wish you'd received. Kindness, patience, understanding, forgiveness. First to yourself, then to others, then to the whole bleeding world. And the world is bleeding. Every person you pass carries weight. The woman on the corner, the man in the suit, the teenager with headphones, the elderly couple. Every single one is carrying something. You can't see it, but it's there. And when you start letting go of your own pain, something unexpected happens. You become more tender with theirs. Not because you're suddenly enlightened, because you recognize the posture, the slight hunch, the tight smile, the guarded eyes. You see yourself in them. And that recognition is the beginning of compassion. Not pity, compassion. The understanding that suffering is universal, that no one is exempt, that the person who hurt you was also hurt, that the person you envy is also afraid, that the person you judge is also trying. Compassion doesn't excuse harm, but it does contextualize it. It says hurt people, and healed people, heal people. And I'd rather be the latter. So here's the practice distilled. Morning, before the phone, hand on heart, 3 breaths. Name one thing you're carrying that you don't need to carry today. Just one. It doesn't have to be the biggest. Just one. Speak it quietly. The resentment, the worry, the comparison, the should have, the what if. Name it. Then say out loud or in your mind, I release this. Not forever. Just for today. Give yourself permission to put it down for 8 hours. You can pick it up tonight if you still want it. Most of the time you won't, during the day. When the weight tries to return, because it will, pause. Hand on belly. 1 long exhale. Remind yourself, I already put this down today. It can wait. Evening. Before sleep. Write 1 sentence. Today, I let go of. Fill in the blank. No drama, no analysis, just the sentence. Close the notebook. That sentence is a seed. It grows in the dark. You won't see it growing, but it is. And here's the part that sounds impossible until you live it. Letting go is not loss. It feels like loss. It feels like you're abandoning something important, like you're betraying a memory or a promise, or a version of yourself. But you're not. You're shedding. Like a snake. Like a tree. The old skin. The dead leaves. They served. They protected. And now they're in the way. Underneath is something new. Not better. Not worse. Just more current. More true. More yours. Not the you that trauma made. The you that survived it. Not the you that fear shaped. The you that kept going anyway. Not the you that shame named. The you that shame couldn't kill. There will be resistance. Internal. External. The voice that says, who do you think you are? The guilt that says, you don't deserve relief. The fear that says, if you let go, you'll lose control. The identity that says, this pain is all I have. These voices are loud, but they're not true. They're echoes, old recordings, habits of thought. You don't have to fight them. You just have to stop obeying them. Let them speak. Nod. Thank them for trying to protect you, and then choose differently. Choosing differently is not betrayal. It's evolution. And evolution hurts. Growth always does. But the alternative is stagnation. And stagnation is just slow death. The pain you didn't know you were carrying shaped you. It taught you vigilance. It taught you resilience. It taught you empathy. It taught you how much you can endure. And those lessons are yours, permanent, carved into you. But the pain itself doesn't need to stay for the lessons to remain. You can graduate. You can thank it and release it. You can say, you made me who I am, and now I'm making myself who I'm becoming. And who you're becoming is someone lighter. Not because you suffered less, because you carried it consciously and then chose with intention to set it down. That choice is power. That choice is freedom. That choice is the hinge on which your entire life can turn. In the Zen tradition, there's a koan. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. The tasks don't change. The person doing them does. Before letting go, you carry pain and call it life. After letting go, you carry life and call it enough. The city still roars. The bills still come. The body still ages. The losses still land. But you meet them differently. Not from depletion, from presence. Not from fear, from groundedness. Not from the wound, from the scar. And a scar is not a wound. A scar is proof the body knows how to heal. Proof that what broke you didn't end you. Proof that you're still here, still breathing, still capable of more than you think. So take this as permission, as invitation, as urgent necessity. Look at what you're carrying. Name it, feel it, honor it, and ask yourself with ruthless tenderness, is this still mine to carry? Or is it time? Time to lay it down. Time to walk away. Time to stop letting the past write the script for today. Time to stop punishing yourself for being human. Time to stop making your wound your address. You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become in spite of it, because of it, beyond it. And becoming requires space. Space requires release. Release requires courage. And courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. Courage means you're afraid, and you do it anyway. You name the pain. You breathe into it. You write it down. You speak it out loud. You let it crack you open. And then, gently, deliberately, like setting down a bag that's been cutting into your shoulder for miles, you let it go. The relief won't be immediate. It will be gradual, like dawn, like spring, like healing. One day you'll notice your jaw isn't clenched. One day you'll laugh without checking if it's allowed. One day someone will say your name and you won't flinch. One day you'll sleep through the night. One day you'll realize you haven't thought about it in hours. Then days, then weeks. And when you do think about it, it won't have the same charge. It will feel like something that happened, not something that's happening. Past tense, completed, integrated, and you will stand taller. Breathe deeper, love braver. Not because you're naive, because you're free. This teaching is not for everyone. Some aren't ready. Some need their pain a little longer. And that's okay. There's no judgment. But if you're reading this and something in your chest just shifted, that's your signal. That's the part of you that knows. The part that's been waiting. The part that whispers, maybe. Maybe it's time. Maybe I don't have to carry this anymore. Maybe I've suffered enough. Maybe I've paid enough. Maybe I've learned enough. Maybe it's okay to rest. Maybe it's okay to forgive. Maybe it's okay to be lighter. And maybe doesn't mean weak. Maybe means possibility. And possibility is where freedom begins. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's been carrying too long. Someone who forgot they have permission to put it down. And subscribe to keep walking this path together. Learning how to live awake, present, and unburdened in the heart of the city, where every moment is a chance to release what no longer serves and reclaim what always did. Your life, your breath, your now.